The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
Just one game this past week for the Wisconsin Badgers. Bo Ryan's team going down to Champaign and defeating the Illinois Fighting Illini. The Badgers now 5-5 in Big Ten play as they get ready for a Sunday afternoon matchup against Michigan State. We'll look back at the game against the Illini. We'll hear from head coach Bo Ryan, and we'll also check in with the Badgers' Duje Dukan. It's all coming up on the Badger Sports Report.
He'll toss it across half court for Brust. And Illinois, which will show a 2-3 zone from time to time, is doing just that right now in the half court defense. Koenig at the top of the circle. He'll throw it to Gosser on the right wing. Whips it back to Koenig. 3-ball, right pocket. Yes, sir. Bronson Koenig knocks down a triple. We're tied at 7. Here's Hill driving tough. Shot over Kaminsky. Way off the mark. No good. And the rebound to Jackson of Wisconsin. Trade to the front court. These are for Brust. Long 3 right of the wheel. Good. Ben Brust with 8. And the Badgers lead 17-15 with 8:10 left in the half. Abrams tosses to Nunn, topside off the Morgan screen. Nunn left of the lane, cut off by Hayes, and he threw it away into the hands of Decker. Here comes Sam on the push for Wisconsin. A bounce to Koenig, low on the left, layup good. Decker to Koenig. Badgers in transition with a bucket. Illinois will take a 30-second timeout. Hayes right wing. Hayes against Iki. Works right block. Double kick out Jackson. Shakes left, moves right. Bounces into Hayes right of the paint. Spin move up and in. Quick twist down to the low post from Hayes. Gosser loops it to Hayes. Left wing against Aglu. Tries to take him inside. Left block got cut off. Throws it out to Decker. Shot clock at 8. Jackson looks at the clock. Puts it on the floor. Feeds Decker for 3. Left side. Yes, sir! Sam Decker is back. 66-57 Wisconsin. 2:30 remaining. Down the lane, right hand. Slam dunk. Sam Decker. Inbounds pass to Brust. Across half court. He'll hoist one up. He hit it! Ben Brust for 3! Snaps off at 3. Right of the circle. It is off the rim and in. Jackson strikes again. Out the Gosser for 3. He hit it again.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Zimbrick Buick GMC, by Adidas, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
This is Andrew Zielsdorf. He plays hockey. This is leukemia. It's bad business. This is Andrew's oncology team. They love Andrew. They don't like leukemia. And thanks to them, Andrew is now cancer-free. Booyah. They are the world-renowned physicians, scientists, and nurses at the American Family Children's Hospital, pioneers in pediatric cancer care. UW Health. Remarkable.
I'm not what the girls here would call classically good-looking. I spent most of my youth in the dreaded friend zone. That all changed when my folks got Charter TV. I discovered tons of chick flicks in HD and on demand, and learned all the secrets to romancing the high school girl. Now in a school full of boys, I'm the man. I'm the man.
Get Charter TV starting at $29.99 per month. Charter, make way for more.
Whether you're out there training for a big event or you're just trying to stay in shape, I have a bit of advice. It's important to remember that what happens after the workout is just as important as what happens during the workout. My advice? Be sure to refuel with low-fat chocolate milk. It has the perfect mixture of protein, carbs, and electrolytes to help you refuel, rehydrate, and build muscle. In Wisconsin, athletes win with low-fat chocolate milk. And you can too. To learn more, visit winwithchocolatemilk.com.
I know something about winning championships, and at Zimbrick Buick and GMC, you have one. Zimbrick Buick's tradition of customer care dates back to 1965.
And Zimbrick continues to provide each of our customers with high-quality personal service you can rely on.
I'm part of the Zimbrick Buick and GMC team, and you should be too.
Working on Morgan. In the lane. Kick out to Brust. Baseline right. 13 to shoot. Feeds Hayes in the lane. Tough shot. Got it off the glass. It counts and a foul. A toss out to Decker at the top. Turns it to Brust. Leaves it for Gosser. 14 to shoot. Decker high on the right. Out to Gosser. Long three. Straight on. Book it. Josh Gosser for three. Illinois. Brust outside left. 13 to shoot. Scoops it to Decker. Turns to Jackson. Back to Sam for three straight on. Nailed it. Sam Decker with his third from downtown. Jackson out high. Shot clock is at 10. High screen Kaminsky. Jackson trying to go to work against Egwu. Driving on him. Left lane line. The fade. The flip. It's good. Trey Jackson with a big shot. 68-60 Wisconsin. A minute 42.
Badgers now into the second half of the Big Ten portion of the schedule, which started on Tuesday night in very snowy Champaign, Illinois. Still some Badger fans made the trip with the poor weather and all, and they were rewarded as the Badgers knocked off Illinois. I know, Bo, you were talking in our pregame radio interview about, you know, the players needed some good things to start happening for them, and they made some things happen for them in that ball game, didn't they?
Well, they did, and they found that the game's a lot more fun when they make the net ripple when the ball comes through. And defensively, they did a pretty good job of taking away some Illinois strengths. Even though Rice got numbers again, it was still, he had to work hard for everything, and sometimes that might disrupt another team's offense when there's one guy that feels hot and decides he's going to make a lot of things happen. And he was one that kind of held them in there as far as their scoring went. But I thought we moved the ball well. I thought we got similar looks that we've had, but we finally got some threes to go down, and we also got to the free throw line. So if you can get some outside-inside stuff working, it sure makes the game, it doesn't make it easy, but it makes it more manageable.
And certainly an Illinois team that, I know Coach Gross is trying to get a few things squared away down in Champaign, but that ball game against Iowa that it played previous to when the Badgers were down there, I mean, Illinois is down 21, and they storm back and take the lead. So the scrappiness, the fight, very much in evidence, as it was Tuesday night.
And again, there's a team that was ranked after the non-conference season, and there's several teams throughout the country who made pretty good runs, including us in non-conference, and then all of a sudden you get in the conference, and things are a little different because of, as we've said so many times, the familiarity, and then you start to get into streaks. You start to maybe not believe as much. You start to maybe wonder, should we do this, should we do that, as players. So it's going to be in the Big Ten, as we see. There's going to be these streaks. There's going to be these peaks and valleys. And it's this second half is going to be real interesting.
Your guys were tested, it seemed, Bo, just from our view there, watching the game down in Champaign. It was a 3-4 point game for a while in that second half, and the crowd wasn't big because of the storm, but those who were there, including their student section, they were into it. You guys hung pretty tough there because Illinois maybe had a couple chances to get momentum, but your guys just didn't allow it.
I thought defensively we did a good job of not allowing that to happen. We definitely did a lot better job on the glass. They had 25 offensive rebounds against us in the last game, even though it looked like a comfortable margin of victory for us when we played them here. And they had missed quite a few shots. I think they missed that first game like 57 shots, but they only had 5 or 6 offensive rebounds this time, so we did do a better job there.
Josh Gosser hit some big shots for you. I know, guys, and I'm as guilty as anybody in our business. We look at totals, points. Somebody scores 16, somebody scores 20. Josh was in single digits, but shots he made were big, and the 8 rebounds helped him out as well.
Yeah, well, he's just such a tough, hard-nosed player. When he can get us a couple threes like he did in the second half, that really boosts the team. And I don't think there's anybody that wants, that his teammates want more to do well than for Josh to do well. His teammates are always behind him, and because of all the other things that he adds. So he did. He hit some big threes along with Sam, and that was what we needed. We needed that offensive confidence, and the only way you get it is that you got to make some shots. So. We did, and hopefully we can stay confident.
About a minute left here in this segment as we speak. This is prior, and as some of you view this would be before the Michigan State game. Spartans come to town. it's been pretty well documented, some guys in and out of their lineup, but what also has been well documented is they still have a ton of talent. And it sounds like they're getting healthier when you know it.
Sure.
Right
I mean, that's the way you would want it. You know, we know that every team goes through some injuries and flu bug and all those kind of things, and because with them it's talked about so much, we try not to talk about those things here, and that's the way we like to have it. But they're going to be tough. They're going to be talented. They're going to be just like they always have been, and you know, they're a first place team right now, so we know what we have in front of us. We just we would just like to get some things going back here on our home court again, and try to get one, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. We'll see.
All right, that'll be a noon tip on Sunday. Badgers will be home still on Wednesday night as Minnesota comes down for the second meeting between these two programs this season. And then next Sunday, the Badgers on the road, noontime tip in Ann Arbor against Michigan. Coach Ryan rejoins us in a few minutes. All that and more coming up as the Badgers Sports Report continues.
The second half begins. Jackson against Tracy Abrams. Going right side for Gosser against Bertrand. Picked up by Igloo with a switch, and now Jackson has it high on the left. Out to Gosser, feeds Decker for three, right of the circle, straight through. Second hit from distance for Sam Decker. Out to Decker, long three, left of the circle, bricked it wide to the right. Long rebound to Gosser, a bump and a play on. 15 on the shot clock as that shot did not draw iron. Jackson left side for three, nothing but net. Trey Jackson with his first hit from beyond the arc. Bounces for Hayes, right wing against Igloo. Hayes out to Gosser, turns it to Brust high on the left, whips it to Decker on the left wing. Decker tossed it back to Jackson. Rotates to Brust, feeds Gosser near the right corner. Goes into Decker, finds the cutter, low on the left. Ben Brust will catch and finish. Timeout, Wisconsin. Ben Brust with a bucket. Badgers lead by 5. Bo Ryan.
Think about it. Brought to you by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
I say Evan Anderson, because he'd probably knock out all the zombies.
Me, from the backwoods, so I know it's, probably because I just have that huge axe, and I don't know, I could see myself carrying around a chainsaw too.
That's a tough question. I don't think it would be me. I'm not very handy with a gun, I'm just going to be honest. I'd have to say Ben Brust, because, he has airsoft guns and he's good at using those.
Probably me. I got the goods to stay alive for that. Yeah, I got a big caliber rifle BB gun too. I'll take them out in the eye. I'll survive.
Me? Can I say me? I would be crafty. I would find my enemy's weaknesses and I would go after. I don't know. Walking Dead. Have you watched Walking Dead? Yeah, Sam and I watched that. We've gotten into it, so.
That'd be me for sure. I got the best zombie knowledge of anyone out there. I'd probably have a bow and arrow. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, and he's got a bow and arrow, so those guys seem like they're doing all right, so I kind of model myself after them.
Me, because I watched Walking Dead all the way through. Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like I would be like Rick. If you ever watch Walking Dead, that's me. Don't shoot your gun unless you have to. Yeah, because noise attracts them.
Jeez. I have no idea. I'll say myself then. I'd be the last one standing. Put together whatever tools I could find nearby, fight them off.
Zach Bohannon. Because he would come up with something weird that he would somehow survive. I don't know how. He's weird. He has a lot of brains and a comb over, so he's got that working for him.
Vito, because he would take everything that he did as a joke and just laugh and do his typical, ah!
That would scare the zombies away, or?
What was that? I couldn't. You guys look. I should have had you did it.
Would that just like scare the zombies away?
That's what I was trying to get at, but they laughed.
I'm not what the girls here would call classically good looking. I spent most of my youth in the dreaded friend zone. That all changed when my folks got Charter TV. I discovered tons of chick flicks in HD and on demand, and learned all the secrets to romancing the high school girl. Now in a school full of boys, I'm the man. I'm the man.
Get Charter TV starting at $29.99 per month. Charter, make way for more.
Most people know my favorite sport, and my favorite color, and maybe my favorite song. What they probably don't know is that I had a serious medical condition that required very complicated surgery. So now, I have a favorite doctor too.
They are the world-renowned pediatric surgical teams at the American Family Children's Hospital, innovators in the art and science of minimally invasive surgery. UW Health, remarkable.
The buzzer beaters, the high school tournaments, the conference titles, truly the court of champions. Parker Street Productions, LLC has acquired pieces of the basketball court used at the Kohl Center from 1998 until 2008, now making them available to you. 61 teams walked off this court with a trophy. Now you can take home your own trophy, a piece of history. Log on to courtofchampions.com today.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the officially sanctioned annual award recognizing all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. NACDA and USA Today co-founded this esteemed honor in 1993, still widely recognized as the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Ball's knocked away. Duje Dukan. He's all alone. Down the lane. Two-hand slam dunk for Duje Dukan.
Let's start with last year. I got the feeling that you were disappointed, with Mono not being able to train and everything. How disappointed were you not being able to kind of contribute and having a red shirt last year?
Extremely disappointed. When you look at it now, it's basically 3 years that I didn't play. It's a lot of time when you don't get game repetitions, you don't get to play with a clock, referees, like a game situation. And it's tough, but that's why I think the Canada trip was really big for me. And obviously, like the first couple of games of the non-conference schedule allowed me to get warmed up to it.
What's the difference between a steady 10 to 12 to 15 minutes and maybe getting 2 minutes on your psyche, I guess?
It's huge. With those 10 to 12 minutes, you have confidence. The coach believes in you. He's throwing you out there, believing in your abilities. But with those 2 minutes, you never really know when they're going to come. Could come early in the first half, could come late in the second half when you're not as warmed up. So you got to stay ready the whole time. Whereas with the 10 to 12 minutes, you know you're going to get in both halves. You just got to stay ready and be ready for when he calls your name.
How does that work with shooting? Obviously, that's a big confidence thing. How do you keep your confidence up? If you're not getting a lot of shots, a lot of minutes, a lot of things like that.
Well, for me personally, I always think of myself as a pretty good shooter. I pride myself on that. When I go to the gym, I work on it. So confidence has never really been an issue for me. Whenever I check in, I feel like if I get the ball in the right position, I can fire it and go in.
Use it for Kaminsky high on the right, throws to Brust to the right wing. Brust curls to the top, feeds Dukan, left side three, he hit it. Duje Dukan for three, 57 points.
Being raised on basketball or inside kind of the game, How does that help you with, I know people always talk about basketball IQ and stuff, but growing up in the game has to help that, doesn't it?
Tremendously. You know, having my dad around, being able to analyze games with him, or just simply just watching games. You know, he's been such a huge influence on me, being able to pass some of his knowledge, whether that's when he's scouting games, saying what he looks for in players, or if it's just us watching one of our games, saying what he sees, what I can do better. You know, it's been really a blessing to have him around.
How hard is he on you? And how hard do you want him to be?
He's honest. I'll put it that way. Hard is, he's honest with me. You know, I think that's the best way to put it. He always tells me exactly what I'm doing wrong. Never in a yelling kind of motion. So, I mean, it's been a great relationship. I know that I can always go to him for advice or anything like that. But at the same time, I know when I do something wrong, I'm going to hear it from him, whether it's at home, through text, or whatnot. So it's just a matter of time before I find out from him.
What about the good stuff? I mean, how much reverse do you get when you do have a good game?
I mean, he'll obviously compliment me, but at the same time, just stay even keeled. He doesn't want, you don't get too high, don't get too low. You know, you might have a great game, don't be too high. If you don't have a bad game, don't get too low. So kind of staying moderate the whole time.
Sounds a lot like what Coach Ryan preaches for everybody. Is that kind of similar?
Yeah, I feel like all the smart basketball minds that have been around the game kind of have that same approach. So I think that's probably why.
Personally, what do you hope to do over the next 2 months?
Just show improvement. You know, hopefully contribute more and more to this team as the season goes on. Whether that's more minutes, more points, more rebounds, defensively, whatever that is, just to try and help this team out more as the stretch goes on.
And then finally, you guys lost so many minutes on the front court. When was it that you kind of said, you know, I'm going to grab some of those minutes?
I think realistically, probably the middle of last year, when I thought about like the whole idea of redshirting and all that. I realized how much front court minutes were going to be available. And so in the off season, I really put the time in, came into the gym and worked on my game so that I didn't let this opportunity slip away, knowing that I had a lot of minutes available and I wanted to definitely get some of them.
I know something about winning championships. And at Zimbrick Buick and GMC, you have one. Zimbrick Buick's tradition of customer care dates back to 1965.
And Zimbrick continues to provide each of our customers with high-quality personal service you can rely on.
I'm part of the Zimbrick Buick and GMC team, and you should be too.
I'm not what the girls here would call classically good looking. I spent most of my youth in the dreaded friend zone. That all changed when my folks got Charter TV. I discovered tons of chick flicks in HD and on demand and learned all the secrets to romancing the high school girl. Now in a school full of boys, I'm the man. I'm the man.
Get Charter TV starting at $29.99 per month. Charter, make way for more.
Here is a story I'd like to impart, a tale of a little girl's sick, ailing heart. It begins with her doctor and favorite nurse, then on to her blankie and polka dot purse. As we are the UW, it is doubly true. We have gizmos and gadgets all shiny and new. With talents and skill and brain power galore, we fixed Kennedy's heart, so she is sick no more. UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital. Remarkable.
When you buy Wisconsin dairy products, your hard-earned dollar brings you more than just the quality and great taste you know and love. It supports the dairy industry, which in turn reinvests that money back into your community, resulting in better public services, abundant recreation opportunities, and a beautiful place to call home. In all, dairy contributes $26.5 billion to Wisconsin's economy, and eventually comes back to benefit you. To learn more, visit youtube.com/dairyimpactwisconsin.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Zimbrick Buick GMC, by Adidas, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
Time now for this week's Great Day and Great Question of the Week. And for it this week, we go over to Pewaukee where Pete checks in. I guess a little birdie let it out that you can play the drums a little bit. He wants to know about that. You getting a little practice work down in Champaign? Somebody left the drum set out?
Well, I never really had a drum set. Always wanted one when I was younger. It's been said that I have very fast hands, whatever that means. So drums they thought would be a natural for me. But I did get a set of bongos for Christmas once, and I heard Wipeout, the song, I think by the Safaris, and I actually played it right after hearing it on the bongos, and a buddy of mine said, do that again. And so I did, and played it out, and I said, oh man, that's pretty good. You ought to try it on a drum set. But I've never had the drumsticks or a drum set to play it on, but we used to have some fun with the bongos.
There you go. Well, on a future
I don't
show.
even know if people know what bongos
Oh, I think they do. A future show, maybe we'll introduce that. Pete, thanks a lot for your question. A great day with 4 locations in Madison, downtown, as well as the east side, Fitchburg, and Hilldale. Coach Ryan Show, of course, is a great day in Hilldale. Monday nights at 7 o'clock throughout the Wisconsin basketball season. And if you're up in Wausau, or if you live in Wausau, remember there's a great game up there as well. That'll do it for us this week. Badgers at home Wednesday night, taking on the Minnesota Gophers, 8 o'clock tip here at the Kohl Center. And then on Sunday, they travel to the Chrysler Center in Ann Arbor, Wisconsin against the Michigan Wolverines. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
As a strength and conditioning coach to some of Wisconsin's top athletes, people always ask me, what's the secret to top performance? I always tell them that what happens after your workout is just as important as what happens during the workout. My advice? Be sure to refuel with low-fat chocolate milk. It has the perfect mixture of protein, carbs, and electrolytes to help you refuel, rehydrate, and build muscle. In Wisconsin, athletes win with low-fat chocolate milk. And you can too. To learn more, visit winwithchocolatemilk.com.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the officially sanctioned annual award recognizing all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. NACDA and USA Today co-founded this esteemed honor in 1993, still widely recognized as the crowning achievement in college athletics.